This is the Board of Health meeting, February 12th, 2024. Meeting's called to order at 5:41 p.m. Welcome everyone to the meeting. This meeting is following open meeting laws and is open to the general public. We will be performing an audio-only recording of the meeting. We have first on the agenda Mr. Chuck Slavin for discussion. Mr. Slavin did not show up for the meeting, so we will be skipping over that. If Mr. Slavin decides in the future that he wants to attend a meeting and be heard, he will need to again call the office and be put back on the agenda. What I would like to discuss before we go on with the agenda is, at the our last Board of Health meeting, we sent up a little notice upstairs to the Board of Selectmen asking them to, just make note that we have high flu numbers, COVID numbers, and RSV numbers, and could we please remind people to wear masks, get vaccinated as appropriate, wear masks if they're ill, and take the appropriate precautions. And Mary Beth, direct from the minutes, from the Selectmen minutes, right here in front of me, says, Town Administrator Mary Beth Carter received a letter from the Board of Health announcing that positive flu and COVID tests are increasing. It is recommended that residents get vaccinated, wear a mask, and stay home when sick in order to avoid spreading the disease. Free COVID tests are available, and it goes on to say where free COVID tests are available. The Whitman Hanson Express printed that the Board of Selectmen took a vote based on our recommendation that we are basically saying people have to wear masks and have to get both vaccinated. That is incorrect. It is only a recommendation on our part to the public due to high numbers. We could never make anyone other than our town employees mask or vaccinate. So we just want to point out that that was a misprint or an editorial error, or however it be, in the Whitman Hanson Express, and there was no vote taken at the Board of Selectmen meeting on January 23rd, 2024. Moving on with our agenda.
Danielle, can I just add something?
Yes, you may.
I think it's the same thing that you were saying. One of the things I would like everybody to know is, I'm going to read it from it. As always, your physician knows you and your medical history better. He or she is the best person to advise you. So no matter where the urges or the suggestion is, the recommendation, that's the final say. So I don't want people.
We always say that. We have that on our website. We are very quick to say that your physician is your best resource. They know you and your medical history. Please consult them.
Yeah.
Unless it's an emergency, then you should call 911.
Yeah.
I do need to say that in attendance this evening is Board Member Danielle Clancy, Tom Evans, and Health Inspector Dan Kelly. Next on the agenda, we will now move to the meeting on the next item. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes for 1/22/24? Motion?
So moved.
And I second. Vote? Tom? Yes?
Yep.
Two yeses, folks. Okay. Just so we know she can't see on the recording, nodding of the head. We will now move on to the health agent's report. Mr. Kelly, is there anything you would like to discuss before we vote on accepting your report?
Nothing's coming to mind. The one thing which I know it's going to be mentioned later, the VFW is being very gracious in letting us use their parking lot for the rabies clinic. We're thrilled about it. We'll get more into that later. That's the one big thing that I'm excited about. And if anyone has any questions on any of this, I'd be happy to answer.
We are very grateful to the VFW, and we will talk a little bit about that a little further on, I believe. The next, do we have an acceptance of the health inspector report? Motion?
So moved. Second.
And I second. Vote?
Yes.
Yes, 2 yeses. All right, we will now move on to the public health nurses report. Public health nurses are not here this evening. Is there anything, any questions by anybody? Anything you'd like to comment on that, Mr. Kelly? Okay, and motion?
So moved.
Second? And vote?
Yes.
2 yeses. Thank you. And do I have a motion to accept the licenses as issued?
So moved.
Second? Vote?
Yes.
2 yeses. At this point, we'd like to begin discussion on the internal Board of Health business. We have a couple things. The first is the rabies clinic. The rabies clinic will be held on Saturday, June 22nd from 10 to noon at the VFW in Whitman. Like we just said, we are so very grateful for them for letting us use their parking lot free of charge. We think the flow there is going to go great for us. We have plenty of space, so we're not going to wind up with some of the traffic problems we've had in the past. Unfortunately, any fees we take in are strictly at the call of the vet. All the money we take in goes to the vet, and the price has gone up this year to $20 per vaccine. We will publicize that greatly when we're doing our publicity, so we're hopefully nobody's caught off guard or unaware. But the vaccine will be $20 per animal this year. And please, if you have previous rabies certificates or proof of previous rabies, please bring it with you, and your animal will get a 3-year shot. We will be doing cats, dogs, and ferrets this year. Do I have a motion to accept the rabies clinic to be held Saturday, June 22nd from 10 to 12 at the Whitman VFW at 95 Essex Street? Motion?
So moved.
Second, and vote?
Yes.
Yes. And Dan, we do not need to send that upstairs, right? Because it's not on town property?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So we will notify them.
Yeah, I was going to say,
When we get
so they can
closer
make the
to-
announcement. We're still far away, so
We're really far from that. When we get closer to, we will,
let them do a nice little announcement.
announcement, a reminder for us. But,
I do have a first draft of just a poster.
Okay.
If you want to take a look at it.
yeah, we
I know
can talk
you're-
about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just because, like you said, the thing we'll have to make very clear, because people that have used it 10 times in their life, it's been $10. We just don't want anyone to show up thinking it's $10 and then they're surprised. And that's just raising costs for the vet as well. The $10 wasn't covering the cost of the vaccine anymore. And the vets are basically already as it is. They're just volunteering time. They're not really getting paid for this. We're really thankful that they continue to help us put on this program.
We are very thankful. So I'm sure with all the increases and the, the supply chain problems, that their price has gone up too.
Absolutely.
So the point is, if you bring proof of a prior rabies vaccine, your animal can get a 3-year vaccine for
Yes.
$20.
Yep.
So, we will also be having in April the Sharps Take Back Day, along with the police and the Drug Take Back Day. I believe the date is, let me just look quick, DEA, Drug Take Back Day. Maybe I don't have the date right off the top of my head. We'll have to get that out there.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, that's last year's. I do have the date. It's in April. It's a Saturday in April. There will be another drive-through event at the police station. I believe it's at the police station. I will have to check with the police. We coordinate on the police and do the drugs and the sharps at the same time. We will publicize that too. Any other, the other thing is, in your packet you have this. Continuing our last discussion on what the Board of Health does, this is taken right from my report that's going to be in our
For the annual town
our
report.
annual
Yep.
town report this year. So it says the Board of Health would like to make the citizens of Whitman aware that some of the duties that encompass the Board of Health, these duties are not just limited to medical matters, but cover an array of areas. Some of these areas, the list is not all inclusive: inspection and permitting of restaurants, food suppliers, home bakeries, permitting and dismantling of septic systems, sharps needle disposal, food poisoning cases, rabies quarantines, dog, cat, bite quarantines, healthcare and disease control during disasters, disaster response, inspections of pools, inspections of camps, farm inspections, dog kennel inspections, dairy inspections, enforcement of no smoking laws, enforcement of plastic bag bans, development and testing of disaster plans, landlord-tenant disputes, rodent issues, inspecting tattoo parlors, issuing health reports, monitoring systems for and reporting to the Commonwealth for communicable diseases, condemnation of buildings, tick, mosquito, and other insect monitoring, public education, rabies vaccination clinics, basic health care, blood pressure, blood sugar monitoring, sharps take-back days, school food inspections, hazardous household hazardous waste collection days, responding to grocery establishments when they lose power to check food safety, regular testing of shake machines for food safety at fast food establishments, issuing permits, and issues that arise concerning public health and safety. As I said, this is not an exhaustive list. I'm sure I've missed a few things. But, I wanted to bring about that we do a lot more than medical, and this was just continuing some of our previous discussion that we had started, Tom. And we also attached this as all the people we permit for various things. Any questions on that?
No, very thorough.
Okay, at this time we need to schedule our next meeting. Propose our next meeting to be held on Monday, March 18th. How's the 11th?
That's fine by me.
March 11th,
Yes, does that work for you? I cannot do the 18th.
5:30?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that work for you, Tom?
Does?
Okay, if Jamie has so right now we're doing Monday, March 11th at 5:30 p.m. If Jamie has an issue with that,
I'll
just
reach out to her tomorrow.
reach out to her and we'll work something out. I can call in if I have to.
Okay.
All right, is there anything further anyone would like to discuss?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay. If there's nothing further to discuss at this time, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? And vote?
Yes.
2 yeses. And meeting's adjourned at 5:54.